Okay, you have your choice. You have Mood Indigo, which is right here, and it's the one that's really a deep, deep plum color. I love this boot. This is like the boot. Look at this gorgeous black suede. It's black suede on one side, leather on the other. I mean, if you wanted these where they were $189, don't stress about it. They're $79 today. Okay, Rock's going to help me, our producer Rock. We've got the, there's two other colors here. This is one color, and this is rum raisin on the end. So if this is rum raisin, yeah, it's more of a wine color, and then the pattern, right, the print. And that's called black multi, or multi. Depends what part of the country you're from, but black multi. Isn't that nice? Okay, stop and look at this boot. If you're anywhere in the house, even if you're running out of the house, just take a minute, if the TV's still on, and look at this boot on the girls. Sonia and Liz, all I can say is, girls, rock star boots. Rock star boots. And at this price point of $39.98, you cannot afford to be without a boot like this when it's cold and when you want something fashion forward. It has a stacked heel that is 4 1/4 inches. Don't worry about that. Let me explain why. I want to show you something. I learned this from in the shoe business when I first became a fashion host, having joined HSN as a jewelry host, and then I started, you know, kind of dawdling in fashion. I fell in love with it. But I learned a lot about technology. I went to the factories. I watched factory tapes. I met with our manufacturers. So if you look at a boot, the boot's structured in many different ways, but beauty is the first thing you look at, the suppleness, the quality, the material. Those things we all know. Every woman that buys boots, they touch a boot to see if they're soft, and the most important thing is you try them on to see if they're comfortable. Next, women get afraid about heels. They want the height, but they need comfort in a height. This is what you do. You take the boot and you look in a mirror with it, and you look at the proportionate size of the heel in width to the toe. Now, if this were a real skinny toe and a real pointy heel, you might have a problem with a taller heel. But with this kind of a platform stacked heel, do you see that? With a toe that's relative in width, when you put it on, it's going to be easy to balance and to stand in. So this is a boot that if you're afraid of height, or the height of a boot, this is one you should try. And, you know, don't be afraid of it until you try it on. You can always return it, even though it's a fashion clearance with ridiculous markdowns. This one's more than half price. It's like, you know, 60% off. The Hal Rubenstein boot, we have it's like not all sales are final. A lot of people think when you buy, you know, well, a lot of the stores you make a purchase and they stamp in red, all sales final. I bought a chair, for example, at an annual clearance sale, and they're very friendly people. They're actually going to come to my house and repair it because it's wobbling. But if you knew what I paid for this chair, you'd say they should come out and repair it any time it wobbles. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of times for final sales, and they stamped it final sale, they don't do anything. They kind of say, whistle Dixie. We told you it's all sales as is, you know, merchandise as is. Now, color. Let's talk color for a minute. Okay, if you have a black boot in your wardrobe right now, move away from the black and think of a color. Don't be afraid of color in a boot. This is going to give you a variety from a fashion perspective. That's kind of stepping out of the box. I mean, you don't look like everybody else, and you want something a little different. Love the pattern. So this is all suede on the front of the yoke of the boot. And in the back of the boot, down the shaft, is all done in like a dyed pony on this particular pattern. Now, this is a pattern that you're going to love. It's somewhat like a Glen plaid, so it's classic in one way, yet so traditional and yet also modernized with this beautiful horse bridle strap that goes around the top of the calf. Now, there are a lot of elements for comfort in this boot. Look at the top of the shaft of the boot. There's a gusset that will spread about 1.5 inches. Step into the boot and it opens up. Release the top of the throat of the boot and it will close right down. So this is called the throat of the boot. There's lots of comfort elements built into it. I would say for $39.98, don't resist, it's futile. And you can see the color that Liz is wearing has those beautiful earth tones in it. That would be so beautiful to wear with like the animal print version of the Slinky brand Fashion Today special. As a matter of fact, I want to show you one other garment that would be great with this. The G by Juliana Rancic fleece jacket. I want to kind of run over to that rack and grab it and show you. Will they bring it to me? Okay, thank you, Rock. This is so nice. And then if you look at the front of this, you've even got a little bit of that Roman well, I would say Roman strap or the horse bridle effect that wraps all the way around the base of the shoe portion of the boot. This is such a buy at under $80. We're talking leather and suede all the way around and available only at HSN. This is a designer that I know you're going to love. Here, let me show you the chocolate brown. Look at the chocolate brown. This is a chocolate brown Juliana Rancic faux shearling jacket. Look at it with the boot. Is that great? And then you just put on, oh, it's the black multi? Oh, the black, I'm sorry, this is the black multi. Look at it, but it's great because you've got browns in the pattern of the, and it's so pretty. Okay, now listen, the jacket is by Juliana Rancic. And we